Did LeBron's teammates let him down here?
I mean, they had to play perfect. They needed to duplicate Game 4 to have a chance to extend this series, and I think outside of that, you also needed Kevin Love to play outstanding. I mean, he had to be an all-star, but he had to play very well. 6 points, I think 7, 8 rebounds. It's not going to get it done when they pay you that much money. The big three had to be dominant. You needed him to make shots. I think him hitting shots in Game 4 opened the floor up.
Sure.
And Tristan doing what he was doing. He did his part. I think he was killed in the first couple of games.
Rough couple games
right,
at the beginning.
but he responded and he played well. And he scored a lot, but I think he got extra possessions for him, which they needed, and he just didn't hit shots. J.R. Smith, I think he did his part. And then I think they shortened the bench because of the difference in the score. Once they started rolling, they just tried to keep 6, 7 guys, maybe 8. I'm not because Korver played, but I think they needed Korver to hit shots. They needed every guy who played on the floor that night needed to play well, and they didn't get it. LeBron was out of this world though.
What did you see from the reserves there?
I mean, he definitely needed some more help than what was showed last night. They had an outstanding game, as Vince mentioned, in Game 4, but they just needed that little extra oomph last night, and it wasn't there. I mean, of course, we all know LeBron's going to be LeBron.
Right.
We know that, but as it goes to show, you can't do it by yourself.
Right.
Even though Golden State's a great team and the guys that they have on there are great guys, but you still can't do it by yourself.
And look, Kyrie said that I don't know if you saw, he hit his knee when he went down on the court, kind of mid-game. And then on the bench, he was getting his back work done, and he said that really affected his shot, especially in the fourth quarter, that he just couldn't move. He said in the same breath, in the sentence, he said, they beat us fair and square, no excuses. So he was answering a question. Someone asked him about, hey, we saw you get your back work done. He said, yes, it was affecting my shot, but again, they beat us fair and square, no excuses.
Everybody goes through that.
The liberal media isn't going to show this, but on the finals preview, I told y'all this would go.
Really? Is this where we are?
Yes, this is where we are. This is my victory lap, all right? I said it's going to be in 5. I said 3 blowout wins for the Warriors, 1 blowout win for the Cavs, and a close win for the Warriors. And I bring all that to say this. When you talk about
because you were the only one on earth who picked the Warriors in 5.
Who told you there'd be 3 blowouts and 1 close win? Yes, I was the only one on earth who did that.
On Earth.
There's a tape, but the liberal media ain't going to show it.
Like Cain walking the earth. Continue.
They're not going to show it. Big league.
Wait.
We do have it.
I think this is going to be not a close finals. I think the Warriors are going to win in 5, and I think 3 out of their 4 wins are going to be blowouts. I also think Cleveland's win is going to be a blowout too, but I think the best game we're going to get is Game 1. It's going to be close and competitive. Warriors are going to be down. They're going to come back. We're going to say, we're in for a great series, and then after that, reality is going to kick in, and America's going to start to play.
Everyone on that panel picked the Warriors in 5. And I'm not sure I'm with you, and we have been fighting about this since last night.
Hold on.
That was not a
go ahead.
traditional.
Make your point.
It was not a traditional blowout last night. Yes, at the end, in the last 3 or 4 minutes, the score sort of blew up and ran away.
Is that what happened? And that never happens with the Warriors, where it blows up in 3 or 4 minutes, right?
No. Let's pretend that the score was not within 3 in the fourth quarter. That's not a blowout. It's not a blowout.
Rachel, if it's within 3 and then it's not within 3 anymore, that is the definition of a blowout. They blew them off the floor. It was not an execution game. It was not an Ladies and gentlemen, you watched the game. Did you feel close? Was that a close game last night?
This is a little bit. Oh, come on. Let me ask you, please.
Bias much?
Nobody. Yeah, exactly. First of all, he's talking to a bunch of people in Warriors gear. But also, you can't tell me the Golden State fans didn't feel nervous when it was 5 and 3 and 5 and 3.
I think so. I mean,
with 4 minutes to go in that game, you think they were nervous?
Oh no, that's different.
No.
I'm talking about coming into this game. They was like, yeah, let's go root for your team, but at the same time, 3-1, you always going to think about last year.
Yeah.
Right.
You regardless, you can't bet against LeBron like that.